Hey everybody, welcome to your card of the day for June 9th, 2015. Zekrom Black and White 114. So this is actually a very competitive card. Black and White came out in I think 2011. So some of you might not know, it's actually still a legal card, it's been reprinted so many times, but it's not super playable right now, but back in the day, this was the card to beat. Zekrom and Reshiram were actually two of my least favorite cards to play with and against. That specific combination of playing one versus the other, because you had, outrage tricks where if you hit them, they got to hit you more later. You couldn't one hit KO the other one without a plus power, and then Reshiram had a discard, and Zekrom had to deal 40 to itself, which added to the outrage tricks. And I wouldn't say it was skill intensive, it was just kind of annoying to play against when you would make a move and then you'd get punished because your opponent had double plus power, or they accelerated in energy when you didn't think they could, or something like that. It was very, very strange playing against two Pokemon that cannot one hit KO each other, but also play off of having damage counters on them. Um, and this card has appeared in a lot of decks. I think it was first played in Broskothan's. Actually, I guess it was first played in ZPST, Zekrom, Pachirisu, Shaman, Tornadus. Although it was ZPS first. And basically what that did was there was a Pachirisu that had a Poke Power that when you played it, you attached two lightning to it. The Shaman Celebration Wind, the famous Shaman from Worlds 2012, that could move energies anywhere around. So what you could do was on turn one, you could actually Bolt Strike. You could open Zekrom, and this is going first, by the way. The rules were different back then that allowed you to attack on turn one. So you could open Zekrom, attach a lightning, Pachirisu, activate the Poke Power, 2 energies on the board, Shaman, the 2 energy from Pachirisu to Zekrom, Bolt Strike for 120, like we said, you had plus power, all those shenanigans. And then you had this card was heavily played in Eels, and then ZPST, like I said, was just that deck, but also had Tornadus, so it gave you a little bit of consistency. Tornadus from Merging Powers, which is another card that's pretty laughably bad right now, but was very powerful and very difficult to deal with back in the day. And I'm sure it's seen play since then. There's lots of variations of Eels. Eels was around for a long time, but yeah, this card has been reprinted so many times. Actually, let's take a look. If we look at Zekrom on pkmoncards.com, let's see all the results we get. Loading very slowly right now. Oh, that's another thing, is that these cards were the first full art cards, actually. Zekrom and Reshiram came out in the same set in the original black and white base set, and I think that they must have been, the first full arts, and I think it was only those two. So yeah, let's look at these. So this one's different. So this one from Roaring Skies is different. This one's the same. It's just a reprint that's entirely made of gold. This one's different because it's an EX. So far we have 1, 2. This one's the exact same, the outrage one. This one's different. This one's the EX. So this one is the same as the EX. So there's, like, don't let it fool you. There's only a few different versions. So this one's the EX as well. This one's the EX. This one's the same. So there's 3 of these, 4 of these, 5 of these, 6 of these, 7 of these. Now, mind you, out of how many Zekroms printed? 13. 13 different cards of Zekrom, and there's 9 of these. Although this one, is the full art version, and so these were in the same set, and I believe, 2 of these are promos. So there's just not a lot of variation. You'd think that with Pokemon's big kind of star of the show back in the black and white days, you'd want to have a lot of variation on the type of cards you had, but they were fine. I guess out of 13 of these, then there's been 9 of the normal one, and then I think 2 of the EXs. No, it has to be 3. Yeah, 3 of the EXs and then 2 other cards. So, like I said, you'd think they'd want to print different cards and have this, have it be a little bit of variation, but I guess, especially with how powerful this card was, they just kind of wanted to stick with this one for a while and ride that. All the promos and everything, I'm sure, sold super well. But yeah, Zekrom, good card in its day, kind of ushered in the original kind of big basics of this format. This is what you think of. Now, of course, the bases outclass this, but back in the day, these were like, wow, 130 HP, how are you going to get through this? And, you combine these with Terrakion and Verizion from the next set, and they kind of all formed this kind of big basics world that we've been living in for the past few years. So this has been your card of the day for June 9th, 2015 on PKMNcards.com. My name is Kenny Wisdom, and thank you for watching.